Hi, these comments are for EK. I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for OTC, online TOEFLcourse.com. And you're doing some speaking practice today, right? Hi. So I'm taking a look at your question you sent me by email. This is what you're focusing on in your practice test right now. Some people think that parents should plan their children's leisure activity carefully. Others believe that these children should decide for themselves how they spend their free time. So, which do you agree with and why? Let's listen to your practice test now. Let's see how you answered this topic.
I believe that parents should plan their children's leisure time carefully instead of letting the children to do whatever they like, because it will protect the children from falling into any dangerous activities. For example, a few years ago, one teenage boy suicided in my hometown during the annual school break, and the parents did not know what happened to this boy. In fact, this boy was engaged into a dangerous video game. In addition, I think if the parents are the one planning the activities, they can also participate with the children, and this can strengthen the bond between the children and the parents.
Those are good. I like that. You had two specific examples in there to explain your ideas. Okay, the question here is what is your score? So I'm thinking maybe right around 2.5. I'm going to say maybe 18 points out of 30. So let's listen to the response one more time.
I believe that parents should plan.
So I would start off I believe. So I believe that parents should plan. So pause right before the noun clause. That's a good place for your pacing.
Their children's leisure time carefully.
When you say the word leisure time,
Instead of letting the children to do whatever they like.
I would say letting the children do whatever they like. Believe it or not, after the word let, make, and help, you can use the bare infinitive or also what's known as the base form of the verb. You don't have to worry about using an infinitive in that case. Now, I have a really good in the grammar part of my course, I have a lesson called gerunds and infinitive. That's probably a good lesson for you to focus on right now. So go check that out. Gerunds and infinitives.
Of course, it will protect the children from falling into any dangerous activities. For example, a few years ago, one teenage boy suicided in my hometown during the annual school
So,
break.
one teenage boy, you want to use the word committed. Committed suicide. Usually, we don't use suicide as a verb. So you'll say a teenage boy committed or attempted suicide. If you say committed suicide, it means he died because of his own hand. If you say attempted suicide, it means that he tried to kill himself but was not successful.
And the parents did not know what happened to this boy. In fact, this boy was engaged into a dangerous video game. In
And what was that video game? Try to be a little more specific with that. That's an important part of this topic.
addition, I think if the parents are the one planning the activity,
Okay, so with your P and your B consonant sounds, you can definitely work on pronouncing those a little more clearly. Uh, if you go over to my website, I'm going to show you a good lesson I want you to take a look at. Which one is it? So I said you could take a look at gerunds and infinitives, correct? In the grammar part of my course, let me show you what that is. And then I'm going to show you the other lesson here. Lesson number 24, gerunds and infinitives. So go over that lesson. So certain Verbs introduce infinitives, and certain verbs introduce gerunds, and other kinds of verbs introduce bare infinitive. So you can learn more about that. Okay, in the pronunciation area of my course, you have a very, very heavy accent, right? So you definitely want to work on improving that. Go to Speak Clearly lesson number 19, the pat versus bat consonants, the P and the B consonant sounds. I think those are really good lessons for you. Also, you'll notice lesson number 41, 42, 43, and 44, thought groups and blending. That's also a really important lesson for
Yes,
you.
they can also participate with the children, and this can strengthen the bond between the children and the parents.
And I like how you kind of finished the idea there. So my score is pretty accurate. You're right around 18 points. So you're moving in the right direction with your topic development. You're organizing and you're developing your ideas, I think, with pretty precise wording. So that's good. You still have some problems controlling your language use, which means either your vocabulary and your grammar, and you're still having some delivery issues. So be patient, keep working, keep moving forward. You will continue to improve.